Just give us a gist of how this coronavirus outbreak is affecting the outlook for Niseko's property market.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Well, I think Niseko has been a very strong growth area, not only in Japan, but also in the region. The impact of the virus has been felt, but then again, in the property market, it's always about the long game. So we believe that Niseko will remain strong and that the impact will be limited. Because as you may or may not be aware, a lot of the properties in Niseko are fully paid, so there is very low gearing. As such, there is little offload pressure from this group of investors. So we all hope that the virus situation will improve. What is a very relevant consideration as well would be investors' view on the Japanese yen against their home currency, which could translate into additional gains depending on how they time their entry into the market and what forex positions they might already have. The yen is traditionally a safe haven currency, so that could give an extra push into buying Japanese real estate generally.
So could we see the prompting of some value propositions or bargains out there, given what's going on with the uncertainty in the markets?
Yeah, definitely. I think that will happen across the board, across a lot of asset classes, and in particular, Niseko. As I've mentioned, it is a very strong growth market for the past decade, and it will continue to be. We have seen a lot of actions from a few big names, including Park Hyatt having just opened its first season recently, hotel group Aman announcing that they will be opening in 2023. Tourism numbers have been increasing steadily in recent years. In fact, I think it has tripled in the past 6 years to about 4 million in 2018 alone. So from our perspective, all of the indicators point north for Niseko. And as mentioned in the earlier report, Niseko has been called the Aspens of Asia. But at the same time, comparing Niseko to other parts of the world like Whistler, Aspens, and St. Moritz, the properties are less than half price. So we think that the story has just begun in Niseko, and we remain very confident in the area.
How quick would you see a recovery, particularly if the Olympic Games is cancelled or postponed?
That remains to be seen whether or not it will be cancelled, postponed, or it will continue. We believe that that wouldn't be too heavy a dip, especially in the property market, because as I mentioned, it is about the long game. If there's any impact or dent, we believe that it will be a good recovery, as we have seen since the GFC last time previously.
So in terms of opportunities, would you then be taking, this downturn that we're seeing to add to your portfolio?
Yeah, definitely. We believe that in turbulent times and in markets like this, there will be value proposition, there will be bargain hunts out there, as long as companies have sufficient liquidity to see it through. So there's a saying that one should be greedy when others are fearful. We think it's a good time to prop up positions, and we think that this is a good time to be looking at good deals, and investors shouldn't be afraid to dip their toes in further.